Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Mythic Games back with another tutorial. Now in this one we're going to be learning how to use a wait and emit command. So basically what that means is a unit will follow a specific A to B waypoint set, and then eventually they'll get to a certain waypoint where they'll stop and emit troops from them. We're also going to be adding in a bit of spice into it, so it makes the trigger seem not too boring but more interesting. So basically you can create little scenarios with this and then just build an experiment upon them. So if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget to sub and like. Also there will be a live stream sometime soon. Don't have a set date for it, so be on the lookout for it. But anyway, without further ado, we're just gonna get right on into the tutorial. Hey guys, so we're gonna get straight into this editor, or basically this A to B waypoint and the emit and wait command. So at this point in the tutorial series, you should be up to date with the F1, F2, and F3 mode. You should be able to tell the differences between them. You should also be able to start up a new map, create it, pick your map size, and then save it under a name such as, for example, let's choose a funny one here, funny bubble butt map. There you go. You should also have an understanding of the basic A to B waypoints, as well as adding in a hidden tag and their tags and their different commands as well. Now for this we're going to do an A to B waypoint but with a few commands added as well. So for the spice we're going to add that first of all. So what we're going to do is go into F3, make sure you're in entity mode, make sure all your stuff such as vehicles and units are placed in F3 mode. So we're going to go to players, which is whenever you select all of them, you'll get this little toolbar here. You're going to want to go player 2. So now these guys are enemy to player 0 over here. And then what you're going to do is, while in F3 mode, press F9. Now you can only access this prompt box via F3 and then pressing F9. Of course, the first thing you want to do is open diplomacies. So whenever you open diplomacies, you're going to see player 0 is connected to player 1, player 2, and so forth. And then player 1, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. And of course, player 2 is connected to player 0 and player 1. So of course we have player 2 and player 0 on the map already. So in order to make player 2 friendly with player 1, we're going to hit left click on the box, which turns it to green. We can also make them neutral and then back to enemy, but we want them to ally with player 0. So now they'll show up green on the minimap. So now these guys, of course these guys here, if you're ever playing a Man of War campaign mission, you'll see these guys defending the base, and this is how you can achieve this in an editor battle or a scenario that you've created yourself. So then we're just going to want to go to player 0 and we're going to throw them straight into the truck, and we're going to have them thrown straight into there. So then we're going to go to F3. Now we want to tag both these the units and the trucks. So we're going to select the units and we're going to call them infantry drop. And we're going to call this we're going to call it truck underscore drop. And we can also add a hidden tag if we wish, or in your case you may not want to. Now for me, we're just going to make sure that, again, of course I almost forgot, the spice is if we go to ables, which you can, if you select all the units here and go to ables, we see all these boxes, and the white ones are activated, the grayed out ones are not. So the ones you want to activate is just recruit. Now this is the spice part that we're going to add to the little command trigger waypoints here. and then we're just going to have these units now get into the back of this vehicle. And we're going to press Alt-T to make sure all of our tags are connected to the units on the truck. So there we are. Now we're going to go to F3 and we're going to press 4 to bring up our waypoints. We're going to add a group name, drop underscore off, or whatever you wish to call it. Now for the waypoints, we're going to add. So we're going to place this one under the truck, and then we're going to add waypoints. And we're going to waypoint 4 is going to be the golden one that we're going to use, and then waypoint 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now we're also going to, before we do anything else, we're also going to add another set of waypoints without adding another group name. And we're just going to make sure nothing is selected, and then we're going to place down another waypoint by adding, and then we're going to add more to this one. Now this is for the infantry. This is a separate one for the infantry. Make sure it's close to waypoint 4. And then for this one, we're going to go in here. Now we're going to go to actor. We're going to add a wait. Wait command. And of course, 15 seconds is 15 seconds is roughly around the amount of time we want the vehicle to wait. And then we're going to add an emit command. Let's see, actor, emit, and now here we have all these different parts. So for the emit, we're going to want to emit the troops on waypoint 9. We don't want to emit them on waypoint 4, because that's where we want the truck to stop. And then the crew that we want to emit is the infantry. So we go in here and we go down to tags and we go to infantry drop. So now they're selected, and then for the emit mode, we just want to keep that all, the count -1, yes, keep that all the same. So now that's set up. We can also add at the last waypoint, if we want the truck to disappear, we can also add a delete command, which is right down here. Now whenever the truck reaches here, it deletes automatically. So then we will want to go to trigger, and we want to add the trigger now. So we're going to call that truck underscore inf underscore drop. So now we create the trigger and we select it, and we go down to commands, right click, add, and now we add our actor. Now we go into other, we go to actor to waypoint. Now this is for the truck. We go to selector, we go to tag, and then we go to truck drop, and then we go to waypoint, we go to 0, because that's the waypoint that the truck will be starting at. And then we also want the truck to teleport and rotate. Now of course this may be different for you depending on what waypoint you have down and what waypoint you're starting from. Now of course we're going to add a delay as well, because the truck, it has a hidden tag and we want it to wait 5 seconds before it enters the map, and then that should be good. Now we also want to add an actor state as well, and we're going to go normal speed or even sneak speed, and then we're going to go straight up to selector and we're going to hit OK or enter into this area. And then we're going to want to go to tags, and we're going to want to name the tag as infantry drop. So now that's all set up. Now what you're going to do is just make sure everything is set up for your waypoints and stuff. Truck looks all good. Waypoints look all good. Now, then we're going to have, I'm just going to make double check here. Make sure everything's good. Yes, everything looking fine. And then we're just going to hit start. So now we're going to wait 5 seconds for the truck to deploy. There we are. Here it comes. Now we're just going to go into F3 mode to have a look, to see it stop at waypoint 4. Alright, it should stop right there. The troops should emit at some point right now. if they would want to. Let's see if we move that in. Now, of course, this one is a little finicky. It can be at some time. There we are. Now they're just getting out now. Now they're going to sneak to their position. Of course, it is a little annoying as you have to wait a little while. Now, of course, they're going to sneak into their position. He's going to walk nice, and now the vehicle should disappear at waypoint 8. If the troops don't emit straight away, sometimes it's just best to wait until, or adjust the waypoint until they start to get out. Now, of course, that may be due to the delay of 15 seconds that was present. Now we're just going to wait for these guys to sneak back and forth to their destination. Yep, taking their time. Look at that. Do 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 do. Here they come. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, if you can remember, I did select recruit. Now, the reason why I did this is something a lot of Men of War players don't actually know in the gem editor that you can do. So these guys are player 2, and say if you have a depleted squad and you need to get more men, you can just go to your player 2 friend and just hover over the top of them. Now you see the icon, just select them by left clicking. Now these guys are becoming friendly. Of course, I must have missed him when I selected them all, but that's okay. Now these guys are all friendly with me. So now there we are.
Got it, sir.
So that basically explains all how to do that. We can also, this is like the best thing to know, as it can make missions more interesting and fun to use. It also helps you guys create your own little scenarios. Now, that's all I can basically teach you for now for this short tutorial episode. Now it's up to you guys to go off and experiment on your own. So, if you guys did like and enjoy this, feel free to leave some suggestions. Comment on what you would like to learn. I'll definitely make a video on it at some point. But that's as far as I can take you guys for now. So, without further ado, I shall say my goodbyes. So, bye-bye!